Hello people, welcome back to my channel. Meeting you all after a very long time today. So today I'm going to be doing something very unique. I thought I will share my tips and have a fun tutorial on how to get the base perfect, or rather get the perfect base. So why I think this is important is because for any form of art, whether it's in a painter or an artist or somebody who makes paintings, for them as well, they need a nicely primed and nice smooth surface to paint on. Or even when you're painting the walls, you would want a smooth wall to paint on, so you prime it, you prepare it, and you get the perfect base to paint on it. So similarly for makeup, which is a very fun form of art, you would like to have the perfect base to paint on and the perfect base to make your makeup on. So I'm going to be teaching you how to get the perfect base, how to hide your blemishes or scars or acne marks, and also how to highlight and contour and how to do it easily and not lose your brain over it. So stay tuned, keep watching, subscribe to my channel if you're new here. You probably are new here, so subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up at the end of the video if you like it, and let's get started. So I decided to have my hair all back so you can see exactly what is happening on my face. I have these acne spots over here, if you can see, and this is hormonal. I mean, everybody has been telling me that I have good skin, but then this happens once every month and it is like a ritual for me now, and it's been happening for so many years. So just before I get my period, I get these on my face. Girls with PCOS, PCOD can relate, I guess. So I thought this was the best time to do this video because I'm going to show you how you can successfully mask these fellows and get a flawless base so that your skin looks clearer, your face looks absolutely flawless. I don't like calling them flaws, honestly, because this is something very natural and this is something that you should embrace because you can't really do much about it, and it's not something negative and you shouldn't be thinking about it negatively. This is something that happens every month, but we do want our skin to look presentable. Let me just put it that way. I don't want to call it a flaw. You want your skin to look presentable, you want it to look blemish free, that would be a better word to put it. And so yeah, let's get started and let's get into the video right now. As usual, I'm going to moisturize my face with the Olay double action moisturizer and primer. I've already applied the face oil from Palmer's. And guys, this is for all you acne prone girls out there. Even if you do have acne, don't ever stop moisturizing. That is a very important step because your skin tends to lose moisture every time you wash your face with soap, with any kind of soaping agent or detergent or synthetic detergent. Also, it tends to lose moisture, it tends to lose the protective sebum. So it's always a good idea to moisturize. Find a moisturizer that does not irritate your skin more and does not cause acne. That can be a little tricky. That's how I found this. And the other one that I do use sometimes is the Palmer's coconut water moisturizer. So these are my two go-to, and I know that these don't react on my skin. Now once that is in place, I'm first going to prime my face. I'm going to be using this, the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. It's a very waxy kind of primer, so I like it. What a primer basically does is, okay, let me come in closer to the camera. Can you see these guys here? So these are my pores. Okay, so these pores, if I have to put it in a very I'm going to talk and do this. If I want to put it in a very crude way, when you are painting a wall or you are making a painting on a canvas, you want a very smooth base on the wall or on the canvas. So what they do is they apply primer. Now primer, even this primer, makeup primer, something like that. So when you have a lot of open pores, what happens is your skin tends to look very textured. So primer kind of fills that up and makes the textured appearance of the pores minimal, so that when you apply a foundation or a concealer or a BB cream or anything that you're going to be using, the appearance of those gets minimized. So now I don't know if you can see the difference now. So that is how it has covered up my pores, and I let it rest for a little bit, because if I apply another layer right over it immediately, there's a chances that this would not have set into the skin and it'll shift. So there's no point of applying the primer. Actually, it'll just shift along with the brush or the makeup sponge that I'm using to dab the makeup on. So I'm just going to let this settle into my skin for maybe 45 seconds to 1 minute, and then we'll move on. Once the primer has set in, I'm going to color correct. So I have this Wet n Wild Coverall Concealer palette here. You can actually see 4 different shades. There's this orange color, peach orange colored one which says brightens. There is a green color one which says neutralizes. The white one says highlight, and the beige one says covers. So color correction I'm going to do basically with this, the peach one, the peach orange one, and the green one. Green is used to neutralize anything that is red on your face. So if you have like fresh acne scars or acne scars which are still red, like these ones over here still seem a little red. There was one on my nose over here which is still red, and I have a little bit of redness here because I just scrubbed my face today. So there's a little bit of redness over here. So I'm going to use that. And then the orange peach one corrects and brightens up your dark circles. So any darkness on your face, it could be your dark circles, it could be the darkness sometimes people have around their mouth, it could be the darkness that they have around their nose. It basically makes for an even tone. So these colors, what happens is like green neutralizes redness, and then the orange neutralizes or counteracts on darker uneven skin. So if you have like pigmentation somewhere, or if you have, even if you have an acne scar which is pretty old, maybe let's say it was there 2 months ago and now it's left a big scar which is kind of like dark spot on your face, it helps in covering that, it helps in neutralizing that. So I'm going to take the green one over here. I'm just going to use it with a, do it with a finger first. So I'm going to take that and I'm just going to see it in the mirror over here. And then with a damp beauty sponge, I'm just going to blend it all out. And I don't know if you can see it right now, but then yeah, I have dark circles as well. So I'm going to take that peach color, the peach color corrector, and I'm going to use a brush here. I'm just going to use a flat brush. Again, just buffing it out with a wet sponge. Over that, I'm going in with a foundation. I'm going to be using, this is one of my favorites. This is a Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation. This is in the shade 125 Nude Beige. And I'm just going to apply this all over my face. This is a very medium coverage, so it's, I mean, it makes more sense using this if you're using makeup on a daily basis. And they recently came out with a pump top, and I'm so happy because the earlier one had just a bottle and you had to pour it out and use it. And you will see the magic of what color correction that I've done now. Now once that is done, can you see that it's almost hidden the acne marks completely? So you can't see the redness through my foundation. You can almost not even see the scar that it's there. You can't see that the acne is there. You can't see the one on my nose, and you can't see the redness that was there over here. So that is what a green color concealer does. Next, I'm going to use my regular concealer. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Creamy Beige. And I'm just going under my eye again, that is to brighten my under eyes, because I still feel like the peach orange corrector that I used earlier is showing through. So I'm just going in with this one. This is also got a lot of orange undertone to it, peach undertone rather, and this will also help in brightening up my under eyes, because guys, I am a mom of 2 kids. One is 3 and one is almost 18 months old, so I get like very little sleep. So dark circles are my BFFs. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to also be using this concealer on the top of my eye. This is, I don't have an eyeshadow primer, and that's absolutely fine, because this does the same job as an eyeshadow primer. Basically, I want something for my eyeshadow, the powder eyeshadows, to stick onto, and hence I've put this on the top of my lid. It's going to just make a base for the colors on the eyeshadow palettes to stick on my eye. And then we blend it out again. Once that's done, you can go ahead and use either a translucent powder or a banana powder or a compact. It really does not matter. Just make sure that it is something close to your shade. A translucent powder works best because they're more or less like neutral for most skin tones. Most, I'm not saying for all, but yeah, most skin tones. I am also going to be using a translucent powder. This is the Coty Airspun loose powder, and what I will do is I am going to be taking a fluffy brush. Oops, yeah, just going to be taking a fluffy brush and dipping it into that and setting my makeup under my eye. So when I smile, right, these are the places that tend to crease. I go, it creases here, and maybe here, because you tend to do this a lot. If you tend to do, or you frown a lot, so that's where the creases come in. So these are the places that you would want to set your makeup, your concealer, your foundation, so that it does not crease. And I like doing that with a translucent powder. So once this is done, I like to go in for some sort of, so this is basically your face, the base done. The base is complete over here at this point of time. You can either use a contour stick, a cream contour stick, or a cream contour from a contouring palette itself. You can either use that to define your face, or you can go in for a powder contour. I'm going to be using this. I'm going to be using the Palladio matte bronzer to contour my face. It's a bronzer, but I'm going to be using it like a non-tour. I think that's what it's called, when you don't contour but then you use it to give some definition. So right now my face looks just one color, right? I want to give it depth, I want to give it definition, I want to give it warmth, I want to give, you know, the play of light. When the light falls on my face, I want some places to be highlighted, I want some places to have the shadows fall over it. So that is what we do next. We do highlighting and contouring. I'm going to be using this for the contour. So basically, to find your natural contour line, you just stand against a direct light source and look straight and see where the light falls and where you get a shadow. So this is where the light is falling for me, and this is where I get a natural contour line. So I'm going to be creating my contour over here. So I'm using the same fluffy brush that I used for my powder, and just to make this easier for me, I like to squeeze my cheeks in. Okay, so when I do that, it kind of gives me more definition over here. And I'm going to be placing that color there. You want to place more color right towards your hairline and lesser color towards your face, because that is actually how the light would fall. There would be, if you look straight, there would be more darkness, or more darkness around your hairline, and towards your face you would have more light. So I'm just going to do that. I'm not taking any more product. I'm just going to blend it out so that there are no harsh lines. And the same on the other side. Now the same thing, if you have a double chin, or you want to hide your double chin, or make your face just look a lot more slender. You can see my face right now. So what I'm going to do is I want to cut over here. I want to make this look, I want my chin to look a little more angled, and I want this to look sharper. So this is where I will keep the contour and blend out, and here as well. So I'm going to take the same brush and place that here. Now I don't like to do much over here because my forehead is not that wide. But if you are somebody who has a very wide forehead, what you can do is create a semicircle over here so that you have that same appearance of contour on your forehead, and that will make your forehead seem a little smaller and a little more narrow if you have a very wide forehead and you want to make that appear smaller. I'm not going to do that because my forehead is not very wide any which way. What I do want to do is searching for the brush. This is a contour brush anyway. I'm going to take the same powder and I want to make my nose look slender. What do? Yeah. I'm going to take that and draw one line here. Don't get crazy. And I'm going to take one line here and that there. I'm gonna just give that a rough, yeah, and then I'm gonna blend. I got too much product, y'all. And instantly I have a more slender nose. So that is how you contour. So this is how you got the shadows on your face, and now you want to get the highlights on your face. I'm going to be using this because it's not too flashy or it's not too shimmery. This is the Essence Girls Just Want to Have Fun in the shade 01 Ladies Night. It's a very almost neutral kind of highlight. I'm just going to be using a fan brush, and so now when it comes to highlight, when you look straight again, this is where the, like, wherever your bone structure is, this is where my bones catch the light, and that is exactly where I'm going to be using the highlight. Again, if you want to make this part of your nose look more evident and obvious, that is where you place the product on. So yeah, that's so on my chin. So now after the contour and the highlight are in place, my chin looks very defined like this because the shadows fall here and the light falls here. So yeah, and of course my shiny forehead. Once that is done, you want to get some sort of color into your cheeks because you don't want to look anemic. I'm going to be using this Incolor Glimmer Blusher. This is almost like a highlighter, kind of a pink, and it's like a baked blusher and gives a nice flush to your cheeks. So what I do is I don't want to smile too much, because when I smile too much and then I apply my blush, so see what happens when I smile a lot, like I apply it and then my cheek drops when I place it. So I think I'm applying blush here, but it goes here. So what I like to do is give a very subtle smile and place it right on the top of the apple of my cheek. And a little bit of color on the nose because that gives a nice healthy kind of a color to your face. Like you went out in the sun and you got a sunburn, which is not happening in this quarantine, so might as well make do with a blusher. So now that does my base. That's my base and my highlight, my contour, my blush, everything done. I am going to finish this look just to look a little more presentable, and I'll be back with the finished look. So I'm back. I just finished up my face. I did a little bit of eye makeup. I got my mascara on. I got a little bit of color on my eyes, and I got my lipstick on. The rest of my makeup was anyway finished. The one thing that I did not do is set my makeup, and that is one thing that is a big mistake if you want your makeup to last. I'm going to be using this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Set and Spray and just dousing my face with a good makeup setting spray, because that is going to make sure that your makeup lasts long and you don't have your makeup coming off, and it also blends the entire makeup into place. It like melts it all together and makes it seamless. So yeah, this was the entire tutorial. I hope you liked it, and I hope it helps you in creating the perfect base for your makeup, and it is something that you can if you get your base right, you can do any look. It can be for an everyday office thing, it can just be for casual outing, for brunch, for a party, for a function, for a wedding, for anything at all. I hope this helped you, and subscribe to my channel, give this a thumbs up, give this video a thumbs up, and keep watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.